Hello. Today I'll be teaching on the basic elements of a continuous sentence. I will be touching on the past, present, and future continuous, and I will also be incorporating adverbs of time and prepositional phrases into my lesson. The objectives for my lesson are for students to be able to master using 6 tenses. So that would be simple past, simple present, simple future, past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. Students already have some experience using the first 3 tenses, the simple past, simple present, and simple future, and we will be building on that ability by introducing the past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. We will be working on constructing full sentences, syntactically correct sentences with adverbs of time and prepositional phrases. Students will practice using these 6 tenses in class activities. And for the level of my students will be adults at the A2 level on the CEFR global scale. I will orient this lesson towards students I'm currently teaching in an adult high school immersion EL class. So this lesson is actually very informative for me because it is somewhat similar to what I am currently teaching my students at the adult high school. I will now begin my lesson. Hi class, welcome back after the weekend. How is everybody doing today? Feeling good? Feeling a little tired? Yes, Monday morning, sometimes that can do it to you. It'll be tough to get out of bed again, get moving again. But how was your weekend? Oh, you went to a basketball game. How exciting. Oh, you ate some delicious food. Well, always fun to eat delicious food. So class, now we're back. We're here again. And I want to ask you, what are you doing now? Oh, you are listening to the teacher. Good student. Great job. You are reading a text message on your phone. Maybe not so good, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to do that on Monday. Oh, you are watching the screen. Yes, I do have some information up on the PowerPoint. So class, a couple of examples. You can say, for what are you doing now? I am reading a book in class. I am listening to the teacher in the classroom. I am looking at a text on my phone. I am talking to my friend on the phone. Well, I hope not, because I want you to pay attention. But if you need to talk to your friend, you could say, I am talking to my friend on the phone. Well, before we talked about what are you doing now, today is Monday. We're back in class, but let's think about what were you doing yesterday? Oh, yesterday you were talking to your friend at your house. Great, great. Oh, you were eating delicious food in a good restaurant. Always fun to do on a Sunday. Well, a couple of great examples. You could say, I was watching TV in my house. Maybe I was watching football in my house. I was drinking coffee in my kitchen. I know I was yesterday morning. I always need my coffee. I was playing with my children in their bedroom. Always fun to play with your children. I was studying English at the library. Great answer. Yes. Anybody else? Oh, you were playing video games in your bedroom. Something fun you could do. Oh, you were watching a basketball game on TV. That's great. I hope your team won. They won? Fantastic. Even better. So class, we can also think about what will you be doing tomorrow? So what are your future plans for tomorrow? So what will you be doing tomorrow? Oh, you will be going to your grandmother's house. That's so nice. You will be driving your car to work tomorrow. Yes, we love to study. Well, some of us do. But we also have to go to work. So a couple of examples. I will be taking a math test in my math class. I hope you do well. I will be playing with my children in the park. Yesterday, you were playing with your children in the park. Tomorrow, you will be playing with your children in the park. I will be driving to Chicago. Have a great trip. Drive safely. I will be sleeping in my bed is another great example here. So these are ways we can use ways in which we can talk about the future. So class, previously we talked about the simple present. Today we will talk about a new tense called the present continuous. So we can see some examples here with the simple present. I buy food at the store. Okay, present tense verb of buy is to buy. So I buy food at the store. She watches TV in her room. Okay, class, do we remember verb tense conjugation with the subject? Okay, so subject verb agreement. Remember, I watch, you watch, he, she, it watches, right? We watch, excellent. They watch. Now here we have she watches. So remember to use watches for he, she, or it. So she watches TV in her room. Again, subject verb agreement. He listens to music. So we know I listen, you listen, he, she, it listens. We listen, excellent. They listen, very good. Okay, now here we have they. They speak English at school. Okay, so those are all using our simple present. Now we have also in English present continuous. What does present continuous do? Does anyone know? Yes, it talks about things you are doing right now. Okay, so something that is continuing, going for a period of time. So for example, I could ask you, what are you doing now? And you could say, I am buying food at the store. Exactly. Same idea. What is she doing now? She is watching TV in her room. What is he doing now? He is listening to music. Good, good. And what are they doing now? They are speaking English at school. So class, let's look at the breakdown of the simple present tense. So the sentence construction, looking at our first example here, I walk to the store. So we know from previous classes, I is our subject, walk is our simple present. So I walk. For you, it would be you walk, he, she, it walks, but here it's I, so I walk. To the store is our prepositional phrase. Now, do we remember our study of prepositions? What are some prepositions we remember? At, in, on, under, over. Exactly. So those are all of our prepositions. Looking at number two, I sleep in my bed. I here is our subject. Sleep is our simple present. In my bed, using the preposition in and the prepositional phrase in my bed. She studies English at school. So she here is our subject. Studies is our simple present. English is our noun or our direct object. At school is our prepositional phrase. So these are all the basic elements of a simple present sentence. So class, we just learned about, or I should say reviewed, the simple present to talk about what you're doing. Okay, now we will use the present continuous. So some examples I have here for the present continuous. You remember something you're doing right now. Exactly, it's continuing. So we could say, or I could ask you the question, what are you doing now? You'd say, I am reading a book in my house. So if we break this down, this sentence, I is our subject, am reading is our present continuous. A book, we have a, which is a determiner, and then book is a direct object. And in my house is your prepositional phrase. We can do the same thing with I am studying English at school. I is our subject. Am studying is our present continuous. English here is our direct object. So I am studying English. Okay. Similar to I cook food or I am cooking food. Food is your direct object. Here, English is your direct object. At school is our prepositional phrase. Okay. You could change it to say, I am studying English at home, or I am studying English in the library. Yeah, same type of sentence you could use. Third sentence, she is eating lunch in her kitchen. So we have she, okay, is our subject, is eating is our present continuous. Remember, I am eating, you are eating, she is eating, we are eating, they are eating. So again, remember class, importance of subject-verb agreement in English. Third one, she is eating lunch in her kitchen. She is a subject, is eating, present continuous. Lunch, direct object, okay, in her kitchen is our prepositional phrase. So this is a basic sentence using the present continuous and a prepositional phrase. So class, we also have the simple past and the past continuous. So with our simple past, we can say, you remember before, in a regular past tense, I walked to the store. Present tense would be I walked to the store. We have to add the ed, so I walked to the store. I read the newspaper, no spelling change there. To read is present tense. Read is past tense, so I read the newspaper. I shopped for groceries. I ate lunch. Now with our past continuous, very much like our present continuous, you're talking about an action you were doing over time in the past. So you could say, instead of I walked to the store, you can say I was walking to the store, or I was reading the newspaper, or I was shopping for groceries, or I was eating lunch. So important to remember, use the verb was. So class, we remember from before the verb to be. Okay, how do we conjugate the verb to be? I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, they are. Now we must use it in the past tense. Okay, I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, they were. So make sure you use the past tense of the verb be with the ing form of the verb. So I was walking, I was reading, I was shopping, I was eating. Let's look at the breakdown for the simple past tense. So this is a sentence construction using the simple past tense. So our first example, I studied English yesterday in my house. So I is our subject, studied is our past tense, English is our direct object. So again, this is a sentence where we take a direct object where you do something. So you have to study English. So I studied English. Yesterday is an adverb of time. And then in my house is our prepositional phrase. Number two, I played basketball in the park. So I is our subject. Played is our past tense. Basketball is our direct object. In the park is our prepositional phrase. She ate lumpia in a Filipino restaurant. Ah, we have some lumpia lovers here. Yes, lumpia, very delicious. Do you guys know what lumpia is? Yes, it's like a spring roll, a Filipino style spring roll. Very, very delicious. So she ate lumpia in a Filipino restaurant. Lucky lady. So she here is our subject. Ate is our past tense. So we're using simple past here. Lumpia, which is the Filipino style spring roll, is our direct object. And in a Filipino restaurant would be our prepositional phrase. Now we are going to use the past continuous, which is different from the simple past. Again, talking about an action occurring over time. So a couple of examples here with the sentence construction explanation. So I was sleeping in my English class. Not a good student. Don't sleep in your English class. But if you say it, I is our subject, was sleeping is our past continuous. In my English class, here is our prepositional phrase. I was talking to my friend, okay, I being your subject, was talking past continuous to my friend, prepositional phrase. Okay. We were buying food at the grocery. We, here's our subject. Were buying is our past continuous. Food is our direct object, and at the grocery is our prepositional phrase. Okay, so now we will talk about the third continuous tense. But first, let's look at the simple future and the future continuous. So class, previously we talked about the simple future. So what you will do tomorrow. So example, I will go to school tomorrow. Oh, you will visit your grandmother tomorrow. Yes. You will not come to school tomorrow? Oh, don't tell me that. Okay, but that's okay. Good sentence use. He will travel to Chicago tomorrow. I hope he has a nice time. Maybe he will go to a Chicago Bulls game. I don't know. I love basketball. Sounds like fun. I will buy food at the grocery. Yeah, I think tomorrow I will buy food at the grocery. My refrigerator is almost empty. I will watch the news this evening. There you go. Good idea. Stay informed, know what's going on. Now, we can also use the future continuous in a similar way. So I will be going to school tomorrow. You could talk about the process, kind of a continuing action. He will be traveling to Chicago tomorrow. Okay, so you can talk about that in a way which emphasizes the process. Okay, I will be buying food at the grocery, so something you'll do later, but it's going to take a little time. I will be watching the news this evening. Yeah, so we can describe the future using simple future or future continuous. Let's look at the simple future in a sentence, and we will look at the parts of the sentence. So with number one, I will buy a new car next year. We have I as our subject, will buy is our future tense. A new car actually is a bit of a combination here. We have a determiner. So using a, we have an adjective, new, and then our direct object is car. And then next year is our adverb. Okay, she will fly to Los Angeles tomorrow. So she is our subject. Will fly is our future tense. To Los Angeles is our prepositional phrase. Tomorrow is our adverb. I will meet my friend this weekend. Oh, you will meet your friend this weekend? Great, great. This coming weekend. I hope you have a nice time. Oh, you will go out to eat food at a new restaurant. Wow, please, well, tell me about it next week. Looking forward to hearing about it. So I, here's our subject. Will meet is our future tense. My friend. So we remember possessives we talked about before. So my book, your book, his book, okay, the teacher's book. Okay, so here it's my friend. We have a possessive and a direct object. And then this weekend is our adverb, being an adverb of time. To talk about the future, we can also use a continuous tense, here the future continuous. So to talk a little bit about the process. So I will be going to Chicago next month. So I, here is our subject. Will be going is our future continuous tense. To Chicago is our prepositional phrase. Next month, here is our adverb of time. Oh, you will be going to New York next year? Hey, great. Have fun in the Big Apple. Right? That's a fun name for the city of New York, called the Big Apple. She will be studying for her test this weekend. Good student. So she is our subject. Will be studying is our future continuous. For her test is our prepositional phrase. This weekend would be our adverb of time. They will be moving to Phoenix next year. Wow, lucky them. No more winter, living in Arizona. So they will be our subject. Will be moving is our future continuous. To Phoenix is our prepositional phrase. Next year is our adverb of time. So these are all parts of a future continuous sentence. Class, we are going to bring it all together and we will try to use the past, present, and future continuous here in a short activity. So we have the first question, or I should say the first sentence. Today I am space my book space the library, my friend space space her house and space space her test. Any thoughts on how we can fill in the blanks? Reading, exactly. So today I am reading my book. Now we need a preposition for the library. At the library? In the library? On the library? Well, maybe not on the library. On the library, you may be on top of the library. Maybe not very comfortable to read your book on top of the library, but in the library, at the library, both are perfect answers. Okay, what about my friend and her house? Ah, yes, on the weekend, sometimes the house gets a little dirty. Good time for cleaning. So my friend is cleaning her house. Okay. And she's doing something else. She has a test on Monday. Ah, and studying for her test. Great answer. Yes. Oh, I heard reviewing for her test. That's also an excellent answer. Uh-huh. Yeah. So we can use two present continuouses, two present continuous forms in one sentence. So today I am reading my book in the library. My friend is cleaning her house, and we could say reviewing for her test or and is reviewing for her test. Both ways are perfect. Excellent job. Now let's think about the past. Yesterday, I space space in the store and space about Christmas gifts for my parents. Lucky parents going to get a Christmas gift from their son or daughter. 'Tis the season to be jolly. So yesterday, what are you doing in a store? So thinking past tense, yesterday I was shopping. Exactly. Yesterday I was shopping in the store and Christmas gifts for my parents. And what are you doing right now? You you did not buy the present. You are thinking about Christmas gifts for my parents. So we could also say, yesterday I was shopping in the store and I was thinking about Christmas gifts for my parents. Or make it simple. Yesterday I was shopping in the store and thinking about Christmas gifts for my parents. Great. So our third one, we'll use future continuous. Okay. So next year, you have a car now, but you need a new car. So next year any guesses from the class? Think of our future continuous. You're going to buy a new car. Perfect. So next year I will be buying a new car. Fantastic. So thinking about the future, next year I will be buying a new car. What are you doing now? You are saving money. Perfect. There's a present continuous for you. You are saving money. Maybe you are looking at cars in a magazine. Excellent job. Yeah, you are doing research. Perfect. You want to buy the perfect car. Okay, class, we are going to quickly review the simple present for your daily schedule. So we've looked at present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous, but it's important to review the simple present because the simple present, what does it do? Talks about what you're doing, yes, and it's excellent for regular behavior, right? So something you do every day. So thinking about your daily schedule. So let's make a daily schedule using the simple present. Example, at 8 a.m. I get up and take a shower. At 9 a.m. I come to school. So let's take a few minutes to come up with your daily schedule. Okay, can I hear some of your daily schedules? Oh, at 10 a.m. you eat a snack. Exactly, that's a good idea. Get a little bit of food for the brain. At 12 p.m. you eat lunch in the cafeteria. Excellent. At 2 p.m. you meet your husband at work. Excellent. Yeah. Like you and your husband work in the same office. Perfect. So you meet your husband at work. At 5 p.m., you pick up your children from school. Excellent. At 6 p.m., you eat dinner. Excellent. At 8 p.m., you watch TV and study for your English class. Excellent, good student. At 10 p.m., you go to bed. Yes. So using the simple present, you can use that to talk about your daily schedule. So this is a very important use for the simple present. Now, how is the simple present different, class, from the present continuous? Right, exactly. Simple present, as we just discussed, things you do regularly, okay, things you do daily, everyday behavior. Present continuous, it emphasizes or talks about things you're doing right now. So I am teaching an English class right now. You are listening to the teacher. Perfect. Great job, class. So let's think about your current plans with the present continuous. So this year, this month, and today. So try to write 5 sentences telling the class about your plans for this year, this month, and today using the present continuous and a prepositional phrase. So take a few minutes. An example could be, this year I am studying for my driving test. Yes, okay. This month I am helping my children with their math class. Perfect. Or today I am eating lunch in the cafeteria. Take a minute. Let's come up with some good sentences. All right, I want to hear your sentences, so let's just hear a few. This year I am traveling to Europe. Hey, good for you. I hope you have fun. This month you are studying accounting at a university. Good for you. You want to be an accountant? That's great. Today I am meeting my friend at a restaurant. Excellent, excellent. Okay. This year I am climbing a mountain in Alaska. Wow, good for you. Wow, you look strong. I think you can do it. This month I am running a marathon in my city. Wow, gosh, we have a mountain climber here and we have a long distance runner here. Well, I hope you both are very successful. Okay, so we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Now we're going to practice using the future continuous to think about your plans for next year. So let's think about your plans for next year, and we will use the future continuous to talk about them. Examples like next year I will be climbing a mountain in Alaska. Exactly. Next year I will be running a marathon in my city. Yeah, so things that you can do talking about the future. So let's write a few sentences using the future continuous. Um, Tomorrow I will be eating lunch in a restaurant. Exactly. Next year I will be buying a house in Phoenix. Wow, good for you. I hope that goes well. Tomorrow I will be shopping in the mall. Have a good time. I hope you enjoy your shopping tomorrow. So class, great job today using the present continuous, the past continuous, and the future continuous. we will continue to use those in future lessons.